I was tired of being big, if I might say. I was tired of being fat. I was digging my own grave using a fork and a plate because I was eating everything. And I was getting to more than 80 kilos. You can imagine you're at 80 kilos and just out of the blue to 60.
And most of them will say, it's baby weight, I'm a mother, I can't be overweight, I can't be obese.
And then if she's a mother and she dies of hypertension, where will she put the baby fat?
How did it feel for the man to whom you said I do to see you change your body size?
After I had chopped the weight, he told me, I actually did tell you that you were a box. But when I decided to go for a personal dietitian, I would get you one-on-one. So it was very easy for me to tell you, Regina, you know what, I can't do this, let's do this. I feel good, I feel smart in my clothes.
Exactly. Well, we are not saying everyone should be small, but we are saying you should have a healthy weight. Damalie, our first wellness hero guest, podcast 1, is going to share her story about healthy eating. And she'll also tell us about herself. Damalie, who are you?
Hi, good morning, Regina.
Good morning.
My name is Damalie Kyobutungi. I am married to Mr. Tresigomo Peter. I am a teacher by profession, though not by training. And I'm currently doing business. I run a toilet paper making business.
Essential products, that is.
Exactly. Something that humans need every day. And that's it.
Do you want to throw in the brand name of the toilet paper making business?
You don't need to worry. It is, I make 2 types. The small one that is at 500,000, it's 500 shillings, that they normally buy 500 shillings. It's called TP, T-E-E-P-E-E. Exactly. And then the big one is called tender. So if you happen to meet any tender toilet paper on the market, blue in color, that's me.
Wow.
Yes.
It means a lot to run a business, and it requires discipline. And I heard you say something about if you don't discipline now, you regret later. That was in reference to your children.
Yes.
But I have also noticed that you have the same discipline with yourself. You've allowed yourself to have delayed gratification, to allow yourself to see the impact of how you eat later on in your life. So when did you decide that I needed to take care of myself?
I think I was tired of being big, if I might say. I was tired of being fat. I looked at myself as very ugly because I was very uncomfortable in my skin. I was like, hey, Damalie, this is the time for you to change. The fact that I am not tall enough and I was getting to more than 80 kilos, I realized the trend I am taking is not taking me anywhere. And I am not a very old person. I am a young girl who is still giving birth, and you know what comes with that. So I realized I was going overboard, and I was like, no, this is the time to decide and do what you're supposed to do. And I wanted to do it the right way. So that is why I just woke up and said, this is my time. Go chop this weight.
And with a professional dietitian.
And it had to be Regina.
Thank you very much. So you say you felt big, but you had just had a child. So there's so many women listening, and most of them will say, it's baby weight, I'm a mother, I can't be overweight, I can't be obese. How come for you, you say, yes, I have a child, but I also have to take care of me? Like, you could have decided to look like big mother. I mean, we all know there's a stereotype out there that she's a mother.
And then if she's a mother and she dies of hypertension, where will she put the baby fat? I literally looked at, yes, the baby fat, it will come, but it needs to be shed off. Because I've seen so many people in my life, I've always not wanted to be the the biggest, but I had it that I come from a family of big people, so I should be big. but I realized it was not what I thought it was. And the so-called baby fat, it comes, yes, because of the baby, but you do not have to keep it. Now, if you keep it at baby number 1, and then by the time you get to baby number 2, that fat will increase. What will happen by the time you get to baby number 3?
And you're still a young girl
Exactly.
who still has to have more babies. So you have to keep looking like a young girl.
If you're 90 kilos when you're 30, what will happen by the time you clock 60?
So you're doing it for your future self. You're doing it for the well-being of your future self.
Exactly.
How many kilos did you lose during your weight loss journey?
20.
How did that feel? 20 kilos is a lot of weight. How did that feel physically in your clothes? Was there a change in wardrobe? How did it feel for the people around you? How did it feel internally?
Truth be told, it was a U-turn. Like a U-turn. Because you can imagine you're at 80 kilos and just out of the blue to 60. So I changed clothes. I changed everything. Everything about me changed. Everything around my home, everything about myself, everything about my skin, everything about what I was eating.
Just pause there. We would think that you are doing a weight loss journey, but you say your skin also improved.
Exactly. Because look here, I was exercising. I was drinking a lot of water, a lot of fluids actually, not alcohol.
Yes.
I was drinking a lot of water and exercising. So in so doing, my skin had to change. And it changed for the best. Not for the better, but for the best. I felt I looked like someone who was using a better cream than I had always used.
Yet it was food.
Just food and water.
You got it in through your mouth and it manifested through your skin.
Exactly.
And how you felt. So did the feeling of you felt like you weren't looking good enough, did it go away?
Completely.
So you feel good?
Perfect. I feel good. I feel smart in my clothes. And there is a time I think we shared and I told you I am not so much of a picture person. It was one of the reasons that's why I wasn't taking pictures.
No,
I would look at other girls. Look here. They are taking their very good pictures. They are exactly. Their bodies are coming out so well. Here I am, not very tall. The stomach is there. Hips are the other side. The bums are the other side. You know, I was just amorphous. So I would be like, why would I take pictures anyway? Everybody will be like, eh.
I now see a lot of pictures of you on your status. You post a lot of pictures.
Because I am what I eat.
Beautiful. How did this feel for your family? You are married. I had you say sweetie. It means there is a very beautiful relationship going on there. So how did it feel for the man to whom you said I do to see you change your body size?
Initially, he wasn't telling me direct. He was not very open that I was actually too big. But after I had chopped the weight, he told me, I actually didn't tell you, but you are a box.
Like,
you looked like a box. Yes, I'm amorphous. He told me, you know what? I actually didn't want to tell you before, but you actually looked like a box. So I was like, now, and what do you have to say? Say, this is what I have always wanted. Then he started singing for me,
So for those of you who are listening, Kyobutungi means, a well-bodied woman has a secret. I think that's a song of Kyobutungi.
Exactly.
Well, we are not saying everyone should be small, but we are saying you should have a healthy weight. So Damalie here is also going to share why a personal dietitian. Is there a difference between Google and working with a personal dietitian? What was your experience?
Oh yes, there is a very big difference, Regina, because you would Google and then you get things that you do not understand. They would give you types of food that you have never seen. And you're like, where am I going to get all these things from? It actually felt expensive getting it from Google. From reading online, it is very expensive.
And the cost of time.
Exactly.
Because you spend a lot of time reading.
But when I decided to go for a personal dietitian, I would get you one-on-one. So it was very easy for me to tell you, Regina, you know what, I can't do this, let's do this. I am tired of this one. And the 1 million questions that I would give you, you remember them?
Yes.
So I would ask a lot of things, and sometimes I would feel,
It's okay to ask.
yeah, it's a lot. But it really helped me because I would get those one-on-one sessions with you. I would know what I am doing is right. And above all, I did not find the other exotic foods that are on Google that we do not have here. So I was using the normal Ugandan food. And it was very easy for me to get, and in the long run, it was actually very cheap. Yes.
So it was doable. You can confidently say that your individualized plan was doable.
Very doable. And I feel, I wish I knew.
Earlier.
Exactly. If I knew those things, then I do not think I would have been up and down looking for ABCD. I would never have tried ABCD to try to lose weight.
What did you try before? Tell us.
A lot of things. My mind would lie to me that if you do not eat, if you skip meals, you will lose the weight. No way you do not. You cannot lose that weight without.
Because you can't sustain skipping meals. You skip meals today, tomorrow
it's gone. And then I also used to think if I drink warm water, like morning, during lunch and evening, I would lose weight. It doesn't work. Not at all. Water is water. So that's what I realized.
Yeah. So you kept, it's water.
I just kept drinking hot water, but it didn't work for me. And still, my heart told me, what if you leave out? You call them carbohydrates. I call them starchy foods.
Starchy foods, most of the carbohydrates are from starchy foods.
I decided to do away with posho, rice, and cassava.
Totally.
But still, it didn't work. My husband will keep laughing. He will tell me, just eat your food.
Because you were doing all these crazy things and they weren't yielding.
Yeah.
And would you tell everyone that you're trying this new thing and the results wouldn't show?
No, I wouldn't share because I would want to surprise them. But I kept surprising myself.
With no change.
Actually, I would grow bigger.
So trying out this.
Because I didn't know how to balance these things. So I would say no portion, no rice, but I would drink 3 liters of milk per day. So no balance. I would find myself maybe leaning one side, and I was not a greens person.
Okay.
So I end up taking porridge with milk
and there's also that myth that are breastfeeding mothers, because you were breastfeeding at that time, that a mother has to drink a lot of porridge, to actually get milk. I've also heard there's a myth saying if you have to get milk, you have to drink a lot of milk so that you have milk. So when someone says you ate healthy, meaning you were on a diet, a healthy diet, were you still able to breastfeed your child?
Very much so. Because I started the program when my baby was around 9 months. Yes, I think 7, 8 months there. She was still little, but I felt by the time I weaned her, my God, I would be 100 kilos. So, but I breastfed her up to 2 years.
Bravo.
Yes, exactly. Because I was drinking a lot. I was eating healthy. I had a peace of mind. I was exercising. So she really had no problem. And she was breastfeeding, like you've seen her around. Perfect.
She's happy. She's a happy baby. Very good job you've done as a mother. Good job you've done yourself. Indeed, it's about the discipline you take on now, and you're getting the reward already, and more rewards to come. So, is there any impact that this has had on your family? Do they eat certain foods more? Is there a more healthy lifestyle, maybe?
Yeah, very much so. One, I was very lucky that my husband is a vegetable eater. So he blended in very quickly. I think he got what he had always wanted. So he blended in very quickly, and it was very easy for him to adopt to my meals. And at some point in time, he told me, I wish you had always prepared this.
Oh, interesting. So you're saying that the healthy food was actually enjoyable for your family?
Exactly. Even the babies have taken it on. Everybody at home is enjoying it.
Wow.
It is not exotic food. It is not restricted that don't eat this, don't eat that. What I have learned from it is that you learn to choose what is best for you. So you find you're having a variety, and people are free to pick from A, B, C, D. limiting themselves to what they can take in.
Wow. Healthy is enjoyable. Healthy is doable. Healthy is shareable with the entire family. And Damalie lost 20 kilos. She looks amazing. She's running a business. I believe she's doing amazing as a boss because you have better productivity when you eat healthy. And I believe that she's also inspiring so many people. She has been able to actually inspire so many people that she has shared with me as a dietitian to also work on. And we look forward to more because she's going to inspire you who is watching. And we believe that she's going to be able to sustain her healthy habits for life. Before we even go in more, Damalie, we refer to you as a wellness hero. And to us, a wellness hero means that someone is promoting our own health, but also promoting the wellness of others. You are your own hero because you take the decisions yourself. But we believe that there are some struggles. What has been your biggest struggle adopting healthy habits? What's the hassle?
Oh. Hassle. I think in this, the highest level of maturity comes in when you learn to refrain yourself from eating anything. Because I feel you eat better, you feel better. So the hassles are when there's a variety.
Buffet.
Exactly. You know, going for a party and there is a buffet and you have just options. I referred that to highest level of maturity when you learn to pick the right foods for yourself. So the hassle is to learn to pick the right foods for yourself. There is this bandwagon of for us we eat this, we eat this.
But I mean, food is nice. Like, I want to eat everything that day. That's what they will say. So for you, how do you deal with that? Like, you could add a bit of everything, the chicken, the fish, the matoke, the rice, everything on that plate. How do you know to do that?
I have called it the highest level of maturity. So I decide on what is good for me. And I have at the back of my mind that I need a vegetable. I need a protein. I need a carbohydrate. And one portion of fruit.
The healthy plate.
Exactly. Because what you take in is what your body will give you.
Okay.
So I just make my mind up. I'm like, yes, I am seeing all this food. It's very delicious, but I cannot consume it all. And the more the program narrows in, I have realized the more your stomach becomes.
Yes, your satiety, you get satisfied early.
Exactly. So you cannot take in everything. So you decide on what is good for you. That is the biggest hassle.
Okay.
Mindset. Setting your mind and knowing I am supposed to do this, let me not do this. That is the biggest hassle.
One would listen in and think you don't like food because you sound like you have discipline around food, yet you love food. Damalie loves to cook. She loves food, but she still has a discipline. And you too can have a discipline with food. Damalie, what's your favorite healthy food combo? Like the combination in your plan that you feel you really enjoyed?
In my plan, I literally enjoyed everything, but
healthy eating is enjoyable.
Like we kept saying, the way we would want to change my meals and I'll be like, Regina, wait, I'm enjoying my meals. I literally enjoyed everything, but you know, the one that has pumpkin, peanuts and mixed vegetables hits different.
You love that combo.
Exactly.
Wow.
I would do that every day. I think it appears very many times on my table because I love it. I enjoy it. My kids love it. My husband loves it. So we all love it. It was just a deal breaker. I think I would sometimes cheat with it.
Cheating with pumpkin and vegetables and peanuts.
Vegetables and peanuts. It hits different, my dear.
Okay. You remember when you were starting your program, I asked you to share with me your food likes and dislikes so that I don't have to use the foods you don't like in your meals, and I try to emphasize the foods you like as part of your meal plan. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel like, why is she considering my likes, yet I'm just ready to eat healthy?
I did not think about that so much. I was simply ready to lose the weight. I wasn't looking at the food. And one advantage or disadvantage that I have is that I love cooking. Yes. So if you love cooking, you love eating. And the other disadvantage or advantage, I don't know how you take it. I think I eat everything and anything, maybe apart from soap.
Okay.
It was it really had no problem. I was just ready to lose weight. Even if you had told me, please drink water only, I was ready to drink the water so that I lose the weight, because I was really tired of the weight.
Sure.
So I didn't mind much about asking me my favorite food. But later I learned that there are some friends who will tell you. I contacted a nutritionist and then she told me, don't eat this, don't eat that. She gave me a list of foods that I will not eat and a list of foods that I would eat. I actually thought you were going to do that. But later I realized you were using my favorite food to give me what I want. And now I love it much more than you think.
Yes, because what I was trying and what I try to achieve with all the clients is that if they have a food they love and it's part of their plan, they can continue eating like that after the program. Why? Because the biggest issue that we have with weight loss is not the actual weight loss. 20 kilos of amazing. You can wear a very slim fit dress and look amazing. Love yourself. But the sustaining of those results is where most people struggle. That after the programs, they go back to their old habits. So why we try to bring in the food likes, we try to ensure that if the food is liked, Damalie will keep eating that and you are still eating that after your program. So sustainability. And do you, as our wellness hero, commit that you'll be eating healthy for the rest of your life?
Why not?
You're hooked.
Like there is no tomorrow.
Okay, since you're hooked on healthy eating, how do you feel? Scenario, you walk into a facility, you see a mother, new mother, probably she already has some excess weight. Of course, we can't judge by the eye. Maybe you know her personally and you know she has indeed a high BMI, but she's not able to control what she eats. How do you feel? Or what would you tell yourself if you were still in that place?
Oh my God, telling my old self. I think if I met my old self right now, I would say you can easily dig your own grave using simply a fork and a plate. I was digging my own grave using a fork and a plate because I was eating everything, literally everything. And now my slogan is, I am what I eat.
That's powerful.
My old self was eating anything and everything. Like I've told you, there is nothing I do not eat on planet Earth as long as others can eat it apart from us.
That's so funny. That's...
And now, if I met my old self, that is the only thing I would say. I was digging my own grave using a fork and a plate. And now I eat better, so I feel better.
You feel better. You are alive. You are a strong, healthy businesswoman, mother, wife, disciplined.
Very
disciplined.
Very disciplined. Because I've realized without discipline, you're not going anywhere. Discipline, discipline, and discipline. It is the highest level of maturity. If you're not disciplined via food, how? It's tough. Because food is there, food is available, but I've learned that it depends on how you eat it.
And you're making the money, you can afford to actually eat whatever you want.
Exactly. And actually the healthy food is not very expensive. The unhealthy food is the one that is very expensive.
It's also expensive in the long run. It's expensive on the medical bills. And like Damalie said, you can kill yourself or rather dig your own grave with a fork, a spoon, a plate, with your hands if you're scooping up everything. But it's the same fork and knife and plates that you can actually use to build your own healthy body and be a fine mother, a fine wife, a productive employer, as a boss lady she is. And my colleague over there thought you were very young. And I'm very young, like your 20s. But you say that you're in your 30s and you're going to have a glowing 40s and a glowing 50s and a glowing 60s. I look forward to seeing you eating healthy for the rest of your life. I look forward to running marathons with you, to just being healthy and indeed building your own life with a fork and plate. And each person with a diet-related disease deserves diet-related therapy. I was delighted to work on Damalie as a dietitian. I look forward to working on more individuals like you. And thank you once again, Damalie, for sharing your amazing story and inspiring
Thank you so much.
those people to eat healthy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are grateful.
Oh.
Very, very grateful.